What is up, people, and welcome back to the 2 Laps Down Championship Challenge here today at the Malaysian Grand Prix for the penultimate round of this season. And if you are new to the 2 Laps Down Championship Challenge, then really, where have you been? We've only got 2 episodes left of this series, so go check them back. There'll be a card annotation in the top right hand corner of your screen, so go check back on the series if you would like to go do that. But the rules for this series are: we are driving as Rio Haryanto in the Manor. We go 2 laps down at the start of every single race. Then across a 50% race distance, we've got to work our way back through the field, unlap ourselves, and try and get as many points as we possibly can, racing against a very easy AI difficulty. You may think that sounds quite hard, coming from 2 laps down, but we have managed to get a few race wins in the past. We're doing quite well in the championship. If we look at the championship standings right now, we're actually leading the way, I believe, by 1 point over Lewis Hamilton. So a good result here today, making sure that we beat the 2 Mercedes drivers will keep us ahead in the championship. Another thing to talk about is the voting for the next circuit, which actually no, won't be going on anymore. So we are now voting, not in the top right hand corner of your screens, but leave a comment down below what challenges you would like to see. I'm going to do sort of like a challenge video every single week from now on, and just leave it down in the comments below. Let me know what sort of challenges you would like me to do on F1 2016. And of course, the shout out for this video goes to Christian Batten. So thank you very much for having my notifications on, and if you would like a shout out in the final episode of the 2 Laps Down Championship Challenge, we're going to do 2 shout outs in that episode, as it is the finale. So don't forget to leave my notifications, to turn my notifications on, and let me know down in the comment section below. Tell me that you have my notifications on, and I will give you a shout out in the next episode. So I think that's really everything that we need to talk about. I don't think I've left anything out at all. So let's have a look at the race strategy for today's Malaysian Grand Prix. So they want me to go for hard, then softs. I'm not too sure, actually. I feel like tyre wear for me is actually quite good around this circuit. We'll wait and see how it actually goes. But for now, we're going to stick with that one. We're going to stick with the hards and the softs, and we'll see how they go throughout the race. We may go for the sort of aggressive strategy so that we can be as quick as we possibly can. But what we are going to do is definitely start on those soft tyres. If I can revert, no, I want to revert the strategy. Can I do that? No, yes, come on. I want to start on the softs and I want to end on the hards. So it will sort itself out, whatever. Right, okay, that's the sort of the strategy we want to go for. You get the idea. We go softs and hards and hards. We may chuck in a medium stint instead of a hard stint somewhere in there. We just have to wait and see. But that is everything that we need to talk about, and I'll see you guys when we go 2 laps down. Okay then, here they come, coming round the final corner. Looks like Lewis Hamilton is still in the lead of this race. Yes, he is, with Kimi Räikkönen second, Rosberg third, and Ricciardo in fourth, as we're letting cars through the back markers. Quite a bit off the pace at the moment, which is a little bit disappointing, but it doesn't look like anybody's going to be coming into the pits on the first couple of laps. That's good news. Let's whack up into Rich Mix, and away we go for the 2 Laps Down Championship Challenge. Let's get this challenge underway. Let's go hunt down those Renault drivers and get back in this race. You guys may be wondering as well a little bit why my voice is sounding a little bit strange here today. I'm not ill again. Don't worry about that. I'm not getting ill, and I'm going to have to disappear from YouTube again. Nope. I went to go watch Portsmouth win the league at the weekend. What a weekend that was. There will be a vlog coming soon. Little cheeky plug there. But as we're going right on the back now of Kevin Magnussen over to the right-hand side. Hopefully get Palmer around the outside as well. Yes, we do. Can we get Kvyat? Going to switch over to the outside again. Around the outside of him. Around the outside of Ericsson. And then up the inside of Verline. That's going to be a good corner for us across this weekend. If I can maximise that out every single time, then I can catch up to so many drivers and go for the overtakes. Now up the inside of Felipe Nasr. Just up the inside here. And there we go, job done. So anyway, what was I saying? Yes, my voice. Right, so I was watching Pompey at the weekend. Obviously, with us winning the league, there was a lot of chanting going on, and I kind of not lost my voice completely, but it sounds a lot different, and yeah, I think it's in a bit of pain. So yeah, that's why my voice is a little bit different today, and I may cough a little bit, and I may, like, my voice might break quite a lot here today, so I'm trying to go around the outside. Or Fernando Alonso can't find any room there, so we just switch to the inside and get a better exit. But if my voice breaks, that's the reason. It's because my voice is going here today, so you guys can enjoy that. But here we are, catching up to 3 cars now. Gutierrez, Hulkenberg, and Sainz going to go around the outside of all of them. Oh, not quite able to there. Gutierrez on the left. Oh, I found this tiny little gap between Hulkenberg and Gutierrez, but managed to get the job done. And now trying to hunt down Carlos Sainz in P12. We are doing very well so far. It's lap 2 for me of this Malaysian Grand Prix, and I'm already up into 12th place. Yes, I'm already up into what would be 12th place if we were on the lead lap. So we're not doing too badly here at the moment in the 2 laps down championship challenge, but we're going to be catching up to Sergio Perez now, who is currently in P11, so I should be able to get him. Oh, he's very slow at that corner, but we get the job done anyway round the outside, and there we go, up into P11 and hunting down some more drivers. Right, on the back of Valtteri Bottas now. I do feel like I need to save fuel in this race. I think fuel's going to be quite bad here today, so every time I catch up to a group of cars, I'm just going to put it down into lean mix because I'm faster than them anyway, so I don't really need to use fast rich mix to get past them. Oh, losing the back end a lot there. Wow, okay, that was a bit of a save that we needed to do. And come on. We've not really got the acceleration because I put it down to lean mix. Up the inside of Bottas. Oh, he let off the throttle a little bit there. Nearly went straight into the side of him, but managed to get the job done. Now around the outside of Jenson Button. And away we go. Right, there's a bit of a gap. Let's put it back up into Rich and let's catch up to these guys. Roman Grosjean's up next. I'm going to say he's probably going to brake quite early in towards turn 1. So let's be aware of that. Brake at the 100-meter board. Catch up to him a little bit. I could probably brake a little bit later into that corner. In fact, we're going to go around the outside of turn 1. Inside of turn 2. Try not to go into the back of Felipe Massa. Get a better exit than the Williams driver. Put it up into Rich Mix. And there we go. Job done. Moving up another position. It's 3 laps into this Malaysian Grand Prix. And we are making some good ground at the moment. A couple of corners later then, we're on the back of the leader train. Here we are on Sebastian Vettel, looking where we can go for the overtake on the Ferrari driver. Where can we do it? Possibly into this right-hander. Don't want to lose the back end through here, which we have unfortunately done. Brake later than the Ferrari up the inside and now on the back of Max Verstappen. Can we do the same move that we did on Valtteri Bottas? Up the inside here. Oh, he lifted off. There was a little bit of contact between the two of us, but we did manage to get the job done. Just sort of easing it up the inside, brushing him out of the way. And there we are, moving up into what would be P5. Right, Nico Rosberg up next. Then it's Daniel Ricciardo in P3. So it looks like the Red Bull has actually got past the Mercedes. And I think the Ferrari's got past Lewis Hamilton. Yes, he has. That's brilliant news. But Kimi Raikkonen coming into the pits now as I go for the overtake on Ricciardo. Already got past Rosberg. Can we get Ricciardo now? We need to put up into Rich Mix to try and battle with him down in towards turn 1. Tuck back over for the slipstream. He's got DRS, which is why he's a lot faster than me, but he's going to brake a lot earlier. And there we go, up into P2. Right, Lewis Hamilton. He is up next. We should be able to get him through this next corner. Come on, where can we go? Oh, nearly going to the back of the Mercedes driver, but around the outside of the long turn 3. Not able to do it there. He's going to hold the inside line. And we're going to brake a lot later than he does in towards turn 4. Job done. Up into the lead of the race. Well, I say lead the race. We're actually now only 1 lap down. So it's time to put in some qualification laps and catch up to the back markers once more. Catching up to Felipe Nasr now. Our first back marker to put ourselves on the same lap as this guy. We're going to go to the right-hand side, down in towards the penultimate corner. There we go. Job done. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do that again as we're actually now coming into the pit lane for our first pit stop in this race. We've actually managed to make these tyres last 8 laps. Longer than they're actually supposed to go, I believe. So that's pretty decent indeed. Let's come into the pit lane, get the car slowed down in time. 15 miles an hour. Right, okay, that's good enough. Maybe braking a little bit too early for the line, but at least we got it stopped. That's all that mattered. And we haven't got a penalty, so we don't have to worry about that. What is the pit stop going to be, though, from the Manor team? This is a long pit lane, unfortunately. So it's going to be quite a long time. And we're going to be losing a lot of time to the guys ahead of us. It's a 2.9 second stop. It's not good enough for the Manor. I need better pit stops from the team, but unfortunately, you know, what are we expecting? We are with a Manor team. The engineers are not as good as the likes of Red Bull, which I have in my career mode. It's not taking us long at all to catch up to Felipe Nasr once again as we lose the back end through that corner. Really struggling with the back end of this car throughout this race. And we're just going to pull over to the right-hand side, get past Felipe Nasr, and it's quite a simple move once again on the Sauber driver. Oh my god, losing the back end quite a bit through that corner. I'm really struggling with the downforce through that left hand. I've not got any damage to my front wing, So I'm not too sure why that keeps on happening, but hopefully we can sort it out as the race goes on. We've got a few drivers in the pits at the moment, so should be overtaking those guys around now, and that's 3 more positions gained as we try and get back onto the lead lap. Here we are then on the back of Danny Kvyat and Fernando Alonso, putting it down into lean mix whilst we are in this chasing pack. We'll be looking to go up the inside, down in towards the hairpin on Danny Kvyat. Can we get the car turned in? Yes, we can. And there we go, job done. Right, Fernando Alonso is up next, as once again losing that bloody back end through that corner. Really struggling around the outside though. If Alonso can't do anything through there, I'm not really going to be able to go up the inside through this corner, as I am actually quite struggling on these hard tyres to get through that corner. So braking and around the outside of Alonso. Can we get the job done? Yes, we can. We're ahead of him. And now we'll be looking to try and get Nico Hulkenberg. DRS as well. I will take that. That is lovely jubbly indeed. Right, Nico Hulkenberg. Can I overtake him in towards the final corner? Nope, just going to have to settle behind him and pounce. Let's go. Power down, power down. DRS open and over to the left-hand side. Job done. A few more drivers into the pit lane, so I'm going to enjoy that. So I overtake these guys, and we're going to be moving up a few more positions once again and catch up to the Haas and the Toro Rosso, who are just ahead of us. Right then, Esteban Gutierrez. I love this next couple of corners coming up. So I'm going to go around the outside of Gutierrez here. Was not really expecting to go for the move around that corner, but I did it anyway. Now around the outside of Carlos Sainz. Here we go. All very close wheel-to-wheel action with the Toro Rosso through there. And there we go, getting the job done. Putting it back up into Rich Mix as we hunt down the next driver. Not too sure who it is. I think it might be Sergio Perez in the Force India, which it is, who is currently running in P10. Closed up a lot there to Sergio Perez in towards that hairpin. So we'll be looking to try and get him in the next couple of corners around the outside through here. Couldn't do it to Alonso earlier, but I can do it to Sergio Perez. And there we go, job done on a Force India driver, just about making that corner this time around. And I'm really enjoying this race at the moment. Getting past Sergio Perez, moving up into the top 10 at the moment. We still have to unlock ourselves one more time, and then we'll be looking to try and get some points in this race, as we have got Valtteri Bottas up next in the Williams car. So can we do anything down towards turn 1 and turn 2? Gonna have a look around the outside of turn 1. Drifted it a little bit wide, but looks like we've got the job done anyway. And there we go, moving up another position in this race. Loving it at the moment, looking to try and catch up to the Red Bull driver, I believe, of Max Verstappen, who is up next. Yes, and it is Max Verstappen currently running in P8. A much better exit out to that right-hander. Can we keep it on the black stuff? Yes, we can. And there we go, getting past Max Verstappen. Lovely move up the inside and another position gained. Catching up to 2 drivers now who I don't believe have actually come into the pit stop. Run it very wide and get a warning for exceeding track limits. I mean, I didn't really gain much time because of it, but DRS activated, pull over to the right-hand side, get past Felipe Massa, because we're so much better under acceleration. But he is coming back at us in that Williams car as I have to fight it, going up the inside of Roman Grosjean, who breaks very early in towards the final corner. Managed to avoid both of their cars, and I've moved up another 2 positions. Now time to catch up to the leaders, the top 5, and hopefully we can get past them within the next couple of laps. Oh, Lewis Hamilton's dropped down into 5th position at the moment. This could be crucial for the Drivers' World Championship. I mean, Nico Rosberg is way off the pace at the moment in the championship going into these final 2 races. Lewis Hamilton 1 point behind me. He's currently down in 5th place. I've just overtaken him and unlapped myself to him in this race. We're at the halfway stage actually of this Malaysian Grand Prix, which is pretty good. So far, so good here in today's race, as we're now catching up to Sebastian Vettel. And I'm not too sure who the other one is. Daniel Ricciardo? Yes, it is Daniel Ricciardo in today's race. I'm not too sure whether Hamilton has come into the pits and is 1 pit stop ahead of these guys, but they could be on a different strategy. Hamilton could be going for the more aggressive one, whereas these guys are going for the more conservative as they go up the inside of Sebastian Vettel. Hold off behind Ricciardo, lose the back end a little bit on acceleration. But around the outside now of this long left-hander, getting the job done. And there we are, moving past Ricciardo. Raikkonen comes into the pits once again as I catch up to him. That puts Nico Rosberg into the lead of this race. It means that I get past another driver very easily, as we now go down in towards turn 1. Just going to pull over to the right-hand side, get the inside line down towards this corner. Rosberg's going to brake early. I'm going to brake at the 100-meter board. And there we go, moving into the lead lap of this Malaysian Grand Prix. And now, once again, it's time to put in the good laps, time to put in the quali laps, and try to catch up to the back markers once again. And let's get some points in today's Malaysian Grand Prix. Nasser exiting the pit lane at the moment. Will we get him down towards turn 1? Yes, we will. There we go, making our first proper overtake in today's race. Moving off the bottom of the field up into P21 and now hunting down Jolyon Palmer for P20. This is what we've been waiting for then. Catching up to a huge gaggle of cars that are ahead of us at the moment. Starting with Jolyon Palmer. He's a little bit isolated at the moment. We're going to go around the outside of turn 2 here on Jolyon Palmer. There we go, getting the job done on him. But just ahead of him, look on the mini-map. Look how many cars are close together down in towards turn 4 now. We should be able to catch up quite a lot through this corner and through the next couple as well. And then it's going to be a case of just picking our moves. Trying to make them as clean as possible and try not to put ourselves off the track. First up, Danny Kvyat in the Toro Rosso. Where are we going to go on the Toro Rosso guy? Here we go, right-hand side. Job done. Right, Pascal Wehrlein up next. Brake later than him into this corner and up the inside. Jenson Button, my fellow Brit and my favourite driver, just ahead of us now. We're going to go to the left-hand side, down in towards the hairpin, brake at the 100-meter board and get to that overtake. Done. Magnussen very slow out of that corner, but we're going to go around the outside now of the corner where we keep losing the back end in this race, but this time didn't lose it that much and we managed to get the overtake on K-Mag. Right, Gutierrez up next for P15. Should hopefully be able to get him in towards this right-hander. Braking a lot later than Esteban. Here we go, round the outside of the Mexican. There we go, lovely move around the outside. Yellow flag ahead of us. Somebody's had a problem. Looks like they've probably had an engine failure, whoever it is. It's not Ericsson, but it is Carlos Sainz. No, Sainz has had a puncture. Where are you going to go? Where are you going, boys? Right, you're both coming into the pits. Okay, so Sainz has had a little puncture there. Not really going to affect anyone too much. It held us up a little bit, but not too much that I'm going to start moaning about it. But we're up to P13 already in this race. There's another yellow flag. Somebody else, Felipe Massa, is out of the race. Looking like that is just a simple engine failure, so I'm not even going to look back at that on the replays. But Felipe Massa out of the race. That's going to promote me up into P12. I'm nearly in the points, as I'm going to be catching up now to Valtteri Bottas in P11. Here we are then on the back of Valtteri Bottas on the run down in towards turn 1. Should hopefully be able to get him under braking. We're a lot quicker than him in a straight line. I believe he does actually have a problem with his car. Maybe that's just an engine problem. I'm not too sure with his braking. It looked like he was quite good under braking for a very easy AI car. So not really sure whether it was that. But past Valtteri Bottas up into P11 and now we're hunting down Romain Grosjean for the points paying position. And a lot quicker than Romain Grosjean through those last 2 corners in towards the double right-hander. Now over on the right-hand side. Oh, what a move that was. Not expecting to go for the move halfway through that corner. What a move that was on Romain Grosjean. Obviously, we are a lot quicker than him. But still, I am not going to take that away from any of the credit that I do actually deserve for that move, because that was brave. That was a brave overtake, if I must say so myself. Right, Fernando Alonso, he is up next. A good exit. Here we go around the outside. Can we do it? No, Fernando Alonso squeezes me. I've gone into the back of him. Very lucky not to actually damage my front wing there. But we're going to go up the inside now of Fernando Alonso in towards this corner, and there we go, getting the job done finally. Right, Nico Hülkenberg is up next. Looking at the tyre wear, I feel like I can go one more lap before coming into the pits for a set of soft tyres. That's what we're going to do. Go one more lap in this race, up the inside of Nico Hülkenberg now. And there we go, easy overtake on the Force India driver. DRS activated once again, as we're now catching up to Max Verstappen for P7. Here we go then, round the outside of Max Verstappen through turn 3. And there we go. Job done on the Red Bull driver. Up into 7th place and hunting down Sergio Perez for 6th. Catching up to Sergio Perez now. We're going to dive it up the inside in towards the penultimate corner. Can we get the car turned in? Yes, we can. There we go on Sergio Perez. Right, we're coming into pits on this lap. So we need to make sure we're going on to the right set of tyres. We want a set of soft tyres. We want to be in lean mix as we come into the pit lane. And we need to try and put in the laps after that to try and catch up to the leaders. I'm not too sure what we will actually get in this race. Lewis Hamilton currently still in P5. What can we expect as we brake for the line? Yeah, we're not having that. We're not having that. Not too sure what on earth happened there. Slammed on the brakes, and all of a sudden the car just snaps on me and goes backwards into the pit lane. Not too sure how that works, but okay. As I've now ended up on the grass. Get a warning for exceeding track limits. Not too sure how that works either, but this time do not want to... Okay, right. Oh, that was actually really close. That was so close to going over the pit lane limiter, but I didn't do that. And I'm now coming into the pits for my final pit stop. There's a few drivers coming to pits behind me. Max Verstappen is one of them. No, he's not. Nico Hülkenberg, sorry, is one of them. So hopefully that is an indicator that the leaders will be coming into the pits as well. It's another 2.9 second stop from the Manor team. Once again, not the best, but I should come out just ahead of Valtteri Bottas, which is good. It means that I only have to make 3 overtakes to get back where I was before I came into the pit lane. Look at that then, already closing up to the back of Roman Grosjean. Won't be able to go for the overtake through this corner like I did earlier on in the race, but I should be able to dive it up the inside in towards the hairpin. Here we go, up the inside of Roman Grosjean, getting the car turned in just in time, and there we go. Up into P8, hunting down Max Verstappen and trying to get some decent points in this race. As long as we beat Lewis Hamilton, I will be happy. But 33 seconds is the gap that we need to catch up to Kimi Räikkönen. Well, it's 33 seconds and whatever the gap is between me and Max Verstappen. So it's more than that, probably about 40 seconds. As there is another driver into the pit lane, it's Sergio Perez who makes a late pit stop in this race. We go into the fastest sector 3 of the race so far. Max Verstappen is up next. How long will it be before we get the Red Bull driver? It's going to be a little bit longer after making a slight mistake in towards turn 1. Turn 2 is okay, but look how close we are to Max Verstappen as we go through the long turn 3 up towards turn 4 now. Should be able to close up quite a lot in the braking zone of this next corner. There we go, on the back of Max Verstappen. Where are we going to go? Right hand side? Yes, we do. Power down, and there we go, round the outside of Max Verstappen into this long sweeping left-hander. That's what we like to see. A 140.4, fastest lap of the race so far, and a 12-second gap to Daniel Ricciardo. What can we do in this race? It looks like a top 5 finish should be on the cards. There is 3 laps left to go in this race. I reckon we can definitely catch up to Daniel Ricciardo by the end of the lap, and then hopefully try and catch up to the rest of the leaders. What did I say, guys? What did I say? I would say I would catch up to Daniel Ricciardo by the end of lap 25. We call up 12 seconds in the space of 1 lap, which means the gap to Lewis Hamilton is, I'm not actually too sure, because I can only see the gap to Ricciardo, but we're going to go up the inside of the Red Bull driver, just easy up the inside of turn 1, and there we go, up into P5, and Lewis Hamilton's up in P4. So this is it. This is to hold on to the lead of the championship with 2 laps left to go in this race. Caught up to Lewis so much through turn 4. So much through that corner. What can we do? Maybe around the outside of this left-hander. Here we go on Lewis Hamilton. There we go. Lovely move. Lovely move around the outside. Getting it done for the inside. And there we go. Up into P4. Past Lewis Hamilton. And we have done all that we need to do so far. But we would also like to try and catch up to Nico Rosberg, just in case he would still have a chance to catch us up in the championship. We want to make sure we have the least amount of championship contenders going into the final round of this season. Sebastian Vettel is up next though, so I should be able to get him into the penultimate corner. But going to be very quick through this left-hander compared to the Ferrari driver. Around the outside now on Sebastian Vettel. Ease it around the corner, get it caught on the curb a little bit, running it wide, but ultimately getting the job done. And we're miles ahead of Sebastian Vettel already. So he did not have a good corner at all, as Kimi Räikkönen's just been overtaken for the lead of the Malaysian Grand Prix. So it's like Nico Rosberg just taking the lead away from Kimi Räikkönen momentarily. Whether he can hold on to it or not, I'm not too sure. But those guys only 10 seconds down the road. So can we get them with 2 laps left to go? I think so. I think we've got a great chance of doing that. We're so quick around this circuit compared to the AI drivers. Here they are then. Here they are. Kimi Räikkönen and Nico Rosberg. On the back of these 2 guys, what can we do? Can we get past them in the last 2 laps? It should be fairly easy, but one mistake and that could send us right down behind Lewis Hamilton as well. So we do need to be careful. We need to be as careful as we possibly can be. Right, up the inside of Kimi Räikkönen. Let's just take this easy up the inside of the Ferrari driver. We've got a whole lap to try and get Nico Rosberg, but it looks like we're going to get the job done on the exit of the penultimate corner. Down in towards the final corner. Here we go, using DRS and Slipstream. Side by side with Nico Rosberg. There we go, job done. And up into the lead of this Malaysian Grand Prix. How on earth have we done this? Malaysia is not a track I tend to do well at, but somehow I've managed to get the lead on the final lap of this race. Unbelievable. Unbelievable here today. I usually tend to do well in races that have a lot of laps, but this one, 28 laps, you know, that's very similar to like the Silverstone tracks, which I have struggled at in the past. You know, Belgium, Australia, struggled there. So quite surprising that I've managed to get up into the lead of the race. But I need to actually have a look at fuel. That's not too bad. That should be able to last us until the end of the race. We get past a back marker, or another back marker. They're nearly going to the back of Felipe Nasser. Magnussen, no! God, do not ruin this race for me, as I may have forced. No, it's fine. It's fine. No problems there. Okay, yellow flag came out momentarily, but there's not really much of a problem. Oh, Verline. Will we ever get through a race where I don't lap you on the final lap, mate? Come on. You're in P17. You're an embarrassment to the team. Here we go then. On the right-hand side, round the outside of Pascal Verline. Ericsson's up next. Where you going? Wait, where are you going? Get out of the way. Stupid damn Saubers, always holding me up. Every single race I get held up by a bloody Sauber. But I don't know why I'm too angry. At the end of the day, I can weave the wheel in celebration going down the back straight, knowing that there is nothing that Nico Rosberg and Kimi Räikkönen can do. Nothing that Lewis Hamilton can do. Into the final corner, setting myself up brilliantly for the final round of the 2 Laps Down Championship Challenge. We are victorious here today in Malaysia, winning the penultimate round, winning 2 races in a row now. What a result here today, going into the final round of the championship, leading the way by, I'm not even too sure what the margin is. We'll have to check at the end of the video, but what a result here today. As my voice is starting to go once again, but there's Kimi Räikkönen and Nico Rosberg joining us on the podium, and let's run you through the final standing orders. There is myself driving as Rio Haryanto, leading the way and winning today's Malaysian Grand Prix. Nico Rosberg in second, Kimi Räikkönen in third, Sebastian Vettel fourth. Lewis Hamilton could only manage 5th place here today, so not a good result for the Mercedes driver. Really, really disappointing. Looks like the 3-stop strategy did not work here today, and the 2-stopper was the way to go. Daniel Ricciardo finished in 6th with Max Verstappen 7th, Sergio Perez in 8th, Roman Grosjean in 9th, Nico Hulkenberg in 10th, and Fernando Alonso and Jenson Button just missing out on the points paying positions here today. My teammate Pascal Verline way down in 17th place, one of the lap drivers here today, and Felipe Massa being the only driver to not finish in today's race. But that is it for the 2 Laps Down Championship Challenge here at the Malaysian Grand Prix. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below telling me that you have my notifications on. Then I will leave you a shout out in the next video. I'm going to be doing 2 shout outs in the finale of the 2 Laps Down Championship Challenge. We are going to have 2 videos next week. We're going to have the finale of the 2 Laps Down Championship Challenge at the Japanese Grand Prix, so you can certainly look forward to that. Can we win the championship title here in this challenge? And we're also going to have my new series, the Rags to Riches sequel, coming back after the 2 Laps Down Championship Challenge, so you can enjoy that as well. But that's it for today's race. If you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, share it with your friends, and I will see you next time for the finale of the 2 Laps Down Championship Challenge at the Japanese Grand Prix. But until then, it's goodbye from me.